Here we go. We're straight into it. Ace of Kites. Love the name. Love this guy's name. Love this hand. Kinda. Not so much. Yeah. Pitch back. Pitch back. Pitch back. This is okay. It's okay. I got board wipers. I'm facing deforestation. Yeah, I like this because I got board wipe and then I got a bunch of dudes and then I got like my new favorite freaking card, Swell of Courage. I love that card because I can give this like even early on. I could drop my 2/2 guy and then in a couple of turns I could make him like a 5/5 first strike lifelinker. It's just kind of crazy. So this guy's not wasting any time. He's not fronting on removal or anything like that. He's just like, hey, by the way, I can attack with this guy. So I am at 19. He's dropping a lot of dudes really quickly, so I don't feel great about this. I still like the fact that my 2/2 can kind of remove his side, because if he doesn't decide to fight the two of them, then it can just block and live, which is great. So, I mean, there's a lot of bad things, though. The only thing that I'm worried about is the 3-drop 4/5, which would be really bad for me. That's something that I'm going to have to deal with, though. He won't be able to make my 2/2 fight the 4/5. That's kind of the tiebreaker that gets the 2/2 on the table. Right now I'm feeling pretty good because if it costs 2 mana to get rid of this 3/2 Trampler, then I'm kind of okay with that. I mean, the first strike would be amazing here if it wasn't for friggin' Fight Bear over on that side of the table, but it's whatever. I mean, I still feel pretty confident with that 2/2 out there. Just because I don't think there's a whole lot that he can do on this turn without wasting almost an entire turn. And obviously, as long as I keep drawing lands, I'm going to become pretty strong here. Now, the 4/5 is terrifying for me. I really, really hate that 4/5 being out because now that fight comes online and he can just go ahead and kill my 2/2 relatively easily. But we are getting to a point where, yeah, that combo is now in my hand and I still have Day of Judgment. Thank you, History Josh. Thank you, Past Josh, for making that even more obvious to everybody. At this point, I figure he's going to have to waste his turn anyway to make the 2/2 fight, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to take 3 damage, but it's going to be okay. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. He can also have the Primal Surge here, so it is possible that I take quite a bit of damage. I'm going to take 7 here, rather. I'm sorry about that. But, I mean, that's just the cost of doing business. He's down to 2 cards in hand, so I feel fantastic at this point, to be honest with you. The Day of Judgment feels really good to me. I think we're going to be able to kind of get through here. I am scared of the Primal Bellows, or Primal Surge, whatever the hell it's called. Bellows, actually, is what it's called. Because that would have damaged me a little more than I'm comfortable with, but I feel okay at 14. I keep drawing lands, which is amazing. I don't really have any other choice but to Day of Judgment here. He's only got 2 cards in hand, so I'm not super worried, because anything he plays, I'm going to have time to kind of get around. Big Cat Rescue's in my hand, which is pretty great. I've got that combo going. Every card in my hand I absolutely love. All he's dropping is this 3/2. I'm not scared of that, so he didn't use all his mana to play something insane. We are in a little bit of trouble here, because he does have the 3/2 and the 4/5 out. I'm just checking all my cards, bringing them up for you guys to not be able to read. This is fantastic. That was kind of the best draw I could ask for, because it's going to allow my Pridemate to be a 4/4, and that's going to be able to intimidate him a little bit more than the 3/3 would have. So we are going to go off to the races. I do spend a lot of time thinking about this. I don't know if it ever came up before, but I think this is the correct order to do it. I actually don't think it would matter. Like, you drop that, you'd gain 1 life. You drop another one, you'd gain another life. It'd still be a 4/4, I believe. So I don't think it matters which order you drop that in. But once again, that's something I'd have to think about. And so I just kind of pitched it out there and was like, whatever. I think it's going to be a 4/4 either way. So I've got my 4/4 out. I've got, like, Zenith is insane to me right now, because next turn I get to drop those dudes and it just pumps. But then this happens and it makes me really, really sad. Like, crushing sadness in and around my heart muscles. So I'm a little worried at this point. I don't feel fantastic. It's going to take a little bit of work on both my part and his part. He's going to have to help me win at this point. But he does come in with the 3/2. He's got 0 cards in hand. Going to go ahead and take that damage. I'm the life gain guy, so I'm not terrified of it. The 0 cards in hand makes me feel really good at this point. I think that I'll at least be able to get around some stuff. I get 3 2/2 cats here. I'm going to gain a ton of life. Like, the crushing thing of this is that if Pride Mate was still out there, he would be too big for Ace of Kites to deal with. Just from the 3 dudes coming out, you know, that 6 life gain triggers, he would have gone insane. He would have been like a 10-10. It's very upsetting to me that that's about to happen. So the problem right now is that I know that he has the kill trigger with Master of the Wild Hunt, or whatever that dude is, Wolfman, over there on that side of the table. So he can kill one of my life gain guys and only make me gain 3 life off of this instead of 6. So I feel really bad about this. But luckily, I'm pretty sure this guy's about to help me feel a whole lot better. Grossly, I believe, overestimates the power of his board position in the weakness of my life gain hand, because he's actually going to, I think, he thinks about it, bring in that guy, which is a huge mistake. Never do that. I mean, I cannot do this fast enough. I am maybe the happiest I've been in quite some time. Because I do get to kill that 3/3 quite effectively. I gain a bunch of life. Big cats to the rescue. What can you say? So we get a lot of life back. I mean, attacking with that 3/3 was the worst, because he could have triggered, at least killed one of the 1/1s, stopped me from gaining all this life. That would have been a much better play than what's about to happen, because I do kind of wipe out his side. I've got the +X, and those are counters, guys. Like, that's the thing that makes that card amazing, is that those are counters that are going to go on your guys. So I do have 1 cat left. I get to take out his side. I don't really have any problems with the cards that he has out right now, because he's only got the 2/2 wolf token and the 4/5, 0 cards in hand. I feel fantastic about where I'm at right now. The reinforce right here is just amazing. I was just kind of bringing it up for you guys. The Swell of Courage right now is going to be my bread and butter. It's going to kind of get me in a position where he can't deal with my creatures. I'm trying to think of which would be the best play. Maybe Purity to have the 6/6 out. But at this point, I think that I'd rather just trick him into attacking or doing something with this 4/5, so that I can pretty much decimate his side, because he only has the 1 card in hand, and I'm going to have Purity like the whole game, you know. So he attacks in. I go ahead and drop this, target my token. And that is going to become a 6/6, because they're +1/+1 counters. And at this point, there's really not a whole lot he could do. I was a little scared of the pump spell, but that guy doesn't trample. I'd still have Purity, so I'd still be in a really good position, even if he had the pump at that point. So now we're just in a great place of dominance. I've got the 6/6 out. He's got a 2/2 token. There's not really a lot he can do. I've got Purity as well, which is going to be able to just kind of drop onto the field and stop him from doing much. Like, he has to draw a massive guy, and even then, I've got him on 2 turns in the air. And I do have the 6/6 blocker if something has trample or something crazy happens. So I feel really good about this. We're almost back at 20 life, so at this point, my board position is so strong. I'm not really scared of any of the cards that he can really play, and obviously he doesn't have it. He's just got more mana ramp. Like, he could have played a lot of big creatures that would have made this run a little bit differently, obviously, but I do have 6 in the air, and there's not a whole lot he could do about that, because even if he dropped a Reach Spider, that would have only bought him a little bit of time, considering I've got, you know, the 6/6 on the ground and the 6/6 in the air. That guy just kind of jumped out there. I don't know why. He's trying to be a hero. I think we get the blocks just to see if he can draw something on his turn. There's not really anything in the deck that can beat me at this point, per se, so I'm not scared at all. I've got the 2 6/6s out there. I've got the 2 lifelinkers out there, or not lifelink, sorry. 2 guys that'll gain me a little bit of life. So Boar, I'm like upset about, because now I'm trying to do the math and see if he can, because he can prevent 6 damage, sack it out, and gain 4 life. So I'm like heartbroken at this point, because just Boar, ugh, makes me sad. Makes me a little sad. But then I get that, so there's really there's no point to it. I'm just trying to calculate how I can get this kill, because I want to beat him this turn. That's the main thing, is that I want to make sure that he's dead this turn, and that's exactly how you would do that, because I believe now that I'm able to get him on evens, but I'm not sure. I don't really remember. There's stuff going on. I don't know. I just wanted to make sure I killed him this turn. That's the thing, because he would have been able to block, sack, do all sorts of crazy shit. I was only coming in with 12, so it would have been 14. He would have gone up to 10, but he would have stopped. See, like, I don't know. I think he would have lived, to be honest with you, if he had block sacked. So that's what I was doing here. I just wanted to have that hit the table, make sure that I killed him this turn, and everybody wins, you know, except for this guy. So I think this is the last match that I had pre-recorded, just playing around. I mean, this deck is like my recreational deck on Steam for sure, because I didn't fully unlock the black deck in Steam because I did so much with it on the PlayStation 3. So I don't know. This is just kind of my go-to deck. It's a lot of fun. Since I'm on vacation, I figured I'd just have some footage for you guys. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you all next time.